Hi guys, good evening and a very warm welcome to the session here. I can see some of you have already joined us here. A very good evening everyone. I hope you guys are doing well and your preparations are going good too. Well, today's session is, as you know, is the starting session of this particular batch for your upcoming RBI Assistant Mains. So I hope everybody is already done with the RBI Assistant Prelims here. If somebody may have the last session of today as well, because there is one that is going to happen at 4:30 p.m. today as well. But anyways, I hope most of you must have completed the batch here, right? So today we will be starting with the RBI Assistant Mains examination, the content that we will be having for mains. Okay, and good evening guys, good evening everyone. I hope everybody is doing well here. So chalo, let's quickly start this session and analyze that what is the paper pattern for mains, what can you expect in this particular examination, what level of questions can be there, right, and what type of questions we have seen previously in the examination ticket. So let's understand this one by one. So here you can see this is the paper pattern of your RBI Assistant Mains. You can see that we have 5 different sections in here. Reasoning will have 40 questions, 40 marks. And you will have 30 minutes to answer these questions. Now you will have moderate level of questions in here. We will have moderate to difficult questions, right? Some of them will be easy also, so but generally it will be more of moderate level of questions. It will be where variables will be added to the puzzles and seating arrangement. We may have coded form of the direction sense, coded form of the blood relation inequalities, the logs, right? So those kind of questions can be there. Priyanka, very good evening. Similarly, other sections also will be from moderate to difficult level only, but it will not be a very difficult paper like you have in your PO mains. Okay, it will be again like your clerk mains examination, something that you can compare to your SBI clerk mains, or let's suppose RRB clerk mains, right? So those type of IBPS clerk mains. So clerk mains can be the basic comparison that you can do for this particular examination, right? SBI PO mains, no, SBI PO mains se compare nahi kar sakte Priyanka, that is very high level. You can compare it with clerk mains, like let's suppose IBPS clerk mains, RRB clerk mains, even SBI clerk mains, but SBI clerk mains is also a bit higher level than this one. Okay, but SBI clerk, yes, clerk mains level. Okay, so this RBI assistant can be compared to your assistant mains level examination, like IBPS clerk, or let's suppose your RRB clerk. Okay, so those type of examination, mains, clerk mains examination. Okay, so something of that pattern will be there, where puzzles will have maybe one variable added. You may have 2 or 3 cases in there, and you can absolutely do it easily, right? You have 30 questions, so in those 30 questions you have to find those 25, 25 or 30 questions which you can actually complete easily and accurately. I'm not saying that you have to do all 40 questions, but out of 40 you will be able to find and identify very easily 25 to 30 questions in here, right? That will be very simple. Somebody who is good with reasoning will be able to complete 35, 36 questions also, no doubts at all in there. Okay, so it's just a matter of practice and the choice of questions that you will be picking in here. Okay, so now again there will be a LPT also. We know that RBI assistant has a LPT examination, so I'll have to check that out, Priyanka. I'm not really sure with that. So here you can see that we have a LPT in here, right? So LPT will be their language proficiency test. So there will be a LPT after the mains examination to assess the candidate's ability to read, write and speak the regional language. So there will be all the 3 that you have to do: read, write as well as speak. Just reading or just writing or just speaking will not be enough. All 3 have to be there. So it is mandatory for all the shortlisted candidates. All those who will be qualifying the mains will have to appear for the LPT, and once you qualify the LPT, then only you will have a final selection. Qualifying in nature, so this has to be qualified in here. If you are not able to qualify, you will not be getting the final selection. Candidates failing the LPT are disqualified even if they clear the mains examination. So this is very, very important, guys. So if you are filling your examination from a particular circle, you have to make sure that you are able to read, write and speak the regional language of that RBI office. Like let's suppose if somebody has filled up from UP Lucknow, right? Let's suppose look, Lucknow circle, office circle. So you must be able to read, write and speak Hindi fluently, right? That has to be the criteria here. Okay, and this was the paper pattern that we had. We know that we had this examination 3 years back, right? So 2023 we saw that reasoning ability was moderate level, easy to moderate, because some of the questions can be of easy level also. We can have some questions on Subbalakshmi, very good evening. We can have some of Silog, some of inequality, some single liners also, but mostly it will be a moderate level of paper. It will not be easy, more easy and less of moderate. It will be less of easy and more of moderate questions, and some of difficult questions. Ultra difficult will not be there. Okay, so this was moderate level of reasoning section here, and this is generally the breakage of the 40 questions here, right? So you can see here we had a month based puzzle, we had unknown number of persons, linear seating arrangement, we had a comparison based question, 3 questions in here, floor and flat based puzzle, then box based variable plus a variable was added here, silogs were there, 4 questions, input output, data sufficiency, word formation and other miscellaneous questions. So this was the total breakdown of the 40 questions that we had in the previous paper here. So you can see that we have we will be doing all of these topics in this particular batch one by one, right? Puzzles and seating arrangement, we have not divided it topic wise, but we will be having some 15 lectures for high level puzzles and seating here. So you will see that all these topics will be covered in detail in this particular batch. Okay, so chalo, let's quickly start the session and try to do the questions that we have here. It's okay, Subbalakshmi, don't worry at all, right? Don't worry, Subbalakshmi, Priyanka. We have so many exams and we never know, right? So prepare for your mains, right? That is true, that you have to keep preparing for your mains, because we never know that what happens in the examination, right? There will be some normalization also that will happen, right? So we can never be sure that what will be the result. So it's always better to keep your preparations good. Okay. But the level of questions you said, no, Priyanka, was a bit higher. So it may be possible that the questions, this one, that is the cutoff, may be of a lower side. We do not know, no, Priyanka. So don't worry about that. It's better to keep your preparations good for the mains also. Because once the prelims result is out, you will not be able to do prepare for your mains examination. Chalo, try this out. Let's see how this one is to be done. So you can see 8 persons seated around a square table. 4 of them are at the corners facing the center. 4 of them are at the middle of the side facing away from the center. Chalo, try this out. Cutoff will be definitely high, 95 plus. Yes, generally it happens, Subbalakshmi, for RBI, this one, assistant, the cutoff is generally 90 plus only. For most of the states it's 90 plus, some of them have 95 plus also. And yes, because the vacancies are on the lower side, so yes, that may be a high possibility. But it's always better to keep your hopes good and prepare with a good one. Last year highest was Hyderabad. Yes, around 96 or 97. No, Priyanka? Chalo, try this out. Let's see. Try this out and you have to tell me who are the ones seated along the corners, right? Who are the 4 persons along the corners, that you can let me know. It may be there, Priyanka, because I heard in between that LIC is supposed to happen, but we will check, right? I'm not really sure. Chalo, let's see. So you are getting the answer as A, G, E, H. Okay. So let's try it out, right? Let's see how this is to be done. So you can see in a family of 8 members, 3 generations, we have a square table such that 4 of them are at the corners facing towards the center. So corners, Subhalakshmi also A, G, E, H. Okay. So here you can see we have something like this. Corner is facing towards the center, right? So let's suppose this is corner facing towards the center, and the ones who are at the sides are facing away from the center, right? That is already given in here. Okay, so we have this kind of a seating arrangement. We will draw one more in case we require. We will see. And first we will try to draw the family tree, because once if the family tree is drawn, the question will become very simple. So let's see the hints that have been given here. Okay. So F, who is the granddaughter of B. So B has a child and F is the granddaughter of B, that is given here, is sitting at one of the middle of the sides. Okay, so F has to be at one of the middle of the sides. A is the mother of G. Okay, so A is a female person, she is the mother of G. G, who is third to the left of D. D, who is the brother-in-law of G. So D has to be the brother-in-law of G. Now either G has to be a married person having a sibling, or G can have a sibling who is married to somebody. So D is the brother-in-law of G. Also, E is not an immediate neighbor of G. C sits immediate right of his sister-in-law. So C has a sister-in-law. A is sitting at a corner. E, who is the mother of F. So you can see E is a female person. She is the mother of F. Now it is not necessary that E has to be the child of, that is E is the daughter of B. It may be possible that E is the daughter-in-law of B, right? So we will check that later. So E, who is the mother-in-law of mother of F, is sitting opposite to her mother-in-law. So you can see E has a mother-in-law here. So most probably E will be married here, and E is having a mother-in-law who may be B here, right? right? B or B's spouse, whatever, right? So E has to be this one. So you can see this is E, who is mother of F, is sitting opposite to her mother-in-law and is not facing outside. B has 3 children in which he has, so B is a male person and E has a mother-in-law, that means this B has a wife also. So you can see B has 3 children in which he has only one daughter who is not married. So there is one daughter who is not married, so 3 children are there, and there is one daughter who is not married, so there may be one daughter and 2 sons, or it may be possible that he has only one daughter and other 2 sons are married, right? So we do not know that right now. So it may be possible that this line means that B has 3 children in which he has only one daughter and that one daughter is not married. So most probably it means that there is only one daughter and this daughter is not a married person here, right? That should be the structure that we should be having. So how many persons were we having? We were having 8 persons. How many are we getting in here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people we have already got here. Okay. Now B has 3 children, that is done. C is an unmarried brother of G, so C has to be an unmarried brother of G, so C will be this person and C is the unmarried brother of G. Okay. So now you can see that G has to have a brother-in-law, isn't it? It was given that G, who is third to the left of D. So that means if C is not having a spouse, it may be possible that G has another sibling who is having a spouse, or it may be possible that G is married and that person is having a spouse. So we will check. G sits immediate left of C. A is the wife of B. So A is the wife of B will be here. And G is the brother of H. So G also has to be the brother of H. So G is the brother of H will be like this. So you can see that we have H, C and G to be the children of A. So A was already here. Let's draw it here. That is A is a female person married to B here. They have 3 children here. Okay. One of them is E. One of them is somebody. We do not know the name here. And A, this one, G and C were siblings, right? We will check. So here you can see one of them is this person who is married to E here for sure. Okay. And then we have another child and then we have another child. They have a child here who is your F, who is a female person. Okay. So now let's see how do we draw this. Let's remove this from here. Okay. So now what do we have? It says G is the brother of H. So we had this information that G has to be a male person, is having a brother H, and also C was the brother. C is the unmarried brother of G. So C is the unmarried brother of G. So C is also a male person here. Okay. So we have 2 brothers in here for H, that is C is also a brother and G is also a brother because it is given here, right? G is the brother of H and C is the brother of G. So we will have something like this. So C and G definitely are male people here and C has to be an unmarried person. So C definitely will be this person. Let's suppose this is C here. And we knew that there is one daughter for this A and B and that daughter was unmarried. So this has to be the unmarried daughter. Now you can see that H has to be there. So if already you can see that C is placed here. So this H can be the unmarried female because this G can be the male person here. So this cannot be G because this is already a female person here. So definitely G will be here who is a male person and definitely in that case H will be this person here. Now we had this D, right? D was the sister-in-law, no? So it said that D who is the brother-in-law of G. So D has to be the brother-in-law of G and C is an unmarried person. So that means D will be at this position, isn't it? So D may be the brother-in-law, can be like this, or it may be possible that E has a sibling here who is your D. So we can have either of the 2 situations. It's not at all necessary that H has to be a person who is married, and anyways it was given that H is unmarried, so definitely H will be the brother of E only, है ना? तो H इधर ही आ सकता है और कहीं पर नहीं जाएगा. This will be H here who is the brother-in-law and E will be a female person. So this will be the diagram that you will be getting here. Okay, I hope everybody got the same kind of a diagram. So now we will try to place whatever we have been given. Let me remove myself so that you can see the whole tree here. I hope everybody got the same arrangement, guys. किसी को यहाँ तक कोई डाउट हो प्लीज बताना. Are we getting the same arrangement, everyone? Okay. So now let's try to draw the structure of the arrangement, right? So now let's see. So F, who is the granddaughter of B, is sitting on one of the middle of the side. So F has to be along a side. A, the mother of G, is third to the left of D. So A has to be third to the left of D. D, who is the brother-in-law of G. Okay. So we will try that later. Where is A and G? Okay. Then it says E is not a neighbor of G. So E is not a neighbor of G. C sits immediate right of his sister-in-law. So C's sister-in-law is F, isn't it? So So C has to be immediate right of F. So F is at this position here, so C will be this person here because C is immediate right of his sister-in-law. Now A is sitting at the corner, so A has to be at a corner here, isn't it? So this was F and C. So A can be this person. If A is this person, so A has to be third to the left of D. So A is third to the left of D will be possible here. Let's suppose this is A, so this is your D. If A is at this position, A is third to the left of D, won't be possible because F is already here. So that means A can be here also. So this is the structure that we can have, isn't it? So A is third to the left of D, can be here also. So this is your D here. Okay, so either of the two situations we can have. So A is the mother of G, who is third to the G has to be third to the left of D. Sorry, G has to be third to the left of D. Okay, गलत प्लेस कर दिया, sorry. So we have G. A is the mother of G. G who is third to the left of D. So G has to be placed third to the left of D. So we will place that, right? E and D you have written H. What happened? E and D. Oh, acha, this is D here. My bad. So D was the brother-in-law, no? Yes, D is the brother-in-law. So this will be D here. Yes. So this will be the diagram. Now let's complete the structure also. So A has to be at a corner. So A can be at any of the corners here. So we will place that later. Now E, who is the mother of F, is sitting opposite to her mother-in-law. Who is the mother-in-law of E? You can see that's your A, isn't it? So that means E has to be opposite to A here, and it says and is not facing outside. That means E, who is the mother of F, is opposite to her mother-in-law, is not facing outside. That means E has to be facing the center. That means they have to be at a corner. So you can see definitely A and E will be at a corner only. So definitely A and E will be at this corner, isn't it? So A and E have to be here, right? So they will be in this particular situation here. Okay. Now what do we have after this? B has 3 children in which he has only one daughter who is not married. B is facing outside. So B is facing outside. That means B has to be along a side. That we will place later. Then it says C is unmarried brother of G, whose father is sitting immediate right of G. So you can see C is the unmarried brother of G, G whose father. So who is the father of G? You can see that's your B. So B has to be immediate right of G. So B has to be immediate right of G, and and G has to be third to the left of D. So where should we have your G? How you placed your C? Because it was given, no, this information here kahan gaya? C sits immediate right of his sister-in-law, isn't it? So C had to be immediate right of his sister-in-law. That was your E. अच्छा E के left में है ना? This is F here. ओफो, ये तो गड़बड़ हो जाएगा. C is not here. My bad. So F is here. No. Yes. No. We cannot place that right now. So you can see A and E can be placed here. So let's do one thing. Let's try to place your A and E. वहीं से start करते हैं, right? Because E is the sister-in-law. I guess I read it as F here. So let's try to place your A and E only. So A has to be opposite to E. Let's suppose this is your A, this is your E. इसके immediate left में we have this one. So it says this one. C sits immediate right of his sister-in-law. So C has to be immediate right of his sister-in-law, who is your E here. So E के immediate right में होना है. So that means this person will be your C here, right? So C will be at this position here, right? So this is the final case that we will be having. So C sits immediate right of his sister-in-law. Sister-in-law is your E, right? So that means this will be the situation. So C is immediate right of C. Acha, C is immediate right of E. Now it says C is the unmarried brother of G, whose father is sitting immediate right of G. Brother of H is not a neighbor of D. D is not the father of F. G sits immediate left of C. So G has to be immediate left of C. So C is already here. That means G will be this person here. So if this is your G here, you can now place the rest of the people also, because everybody was related to G only. It was said A, who is the mother of G, G who is sitting third to the left of D. So G has to be third to the left of D. That means D will be at this position here. Now we had also this information that C is the unmarried brother of G, G whose father is sitting immediate right of G. So G's father, who is G's father? That is your B. So B has to be immediate right of G. That means B will be at this position here. So ये B हो जाएगा. Now we are left to place 2 more people. Who are the 2 people? A, B, C, D, E, F. F and H are remaining. We know B is at a side, A is at a corner. That is already done. And G sits immediate left of C. That is done. A is the wife of B. G is the brother of H. तो वो तो हो ही चुका है. अच्छा, do we have any other information which is talking about either H or F here? So let's see. F, who is the granddaughter of B, is sitting on one of the middle of the sides. So if F is given here that he has to be at one of the middle of the side, so F will be this person. So if F is here, H will be this person. So A, G, E, H will be the right answer for the corners here, and that was the question, right? So A, G, E and H. Absolutely great work, guys. Are we clear with this, guys? Please let me know if we have any doubts in here. ये सबको समझ में आया कि नहीं? जल्दी से बताओ. So this will be the final answer that you should be getting in here. Clear, everyone? Clear? So let's go to the next question. Next question on your screen. Please try this out. Let's see. The question is given in front of you. You have to answer this question. That is, what is the salary of Kaushal after the increment? है ना? After the increment, you have to tell me. चलो try this. Let's see. $21K. Chalo, Subbalakshmi says it has to be 21K. Priyanka also 21K. Anybody else? चलो let's check, right? Let's see how this one is to be done. देखो क्या बोला है. There are 4 persons, right? Abha, Varun, Jignesh and Kaushal. Now they have salaries. Initial salaries are 10K, 12K, 15K and 18K, and they get increment 3K, 6K, 12K and 5K, not necessarily in the same order. ठीक है. Now it says salary of Varun is the lowest before increment. Is its lowest before increment? That means Varun was getting 10K initially, and is the highest after the increment. Now this value, that is the total value here, has to be the maximum value here. Now here you can see that he was initially having 10K. Somebody else is having 18K at this particular point. That is, initially somebody must be having 18K here, no? So 18K plus something will be the increment here. But Varun should be more than that value here, because finally Varun is having the highest value here after the increment. तो उसका कितना हो सकता है increment? Like if you add 3K to 10K, it will be 13K, which is well less than 18K, so not possible. 6K, 10K plus 6K is 16K, not possible. 10K plus 12K, that's a possibility. 10K plus 5K, again 15K will be less than 18K, so now not possible. That means this definitely has to be 12K here. So that means he was having initially 22K. That is, after the final this one, he will be having 22K, which is the maximum value. That means nobody else should be having this 22K here. ठीक है, तो ये maximum value है. Nobody else can have more than this finally. ठीक है. Now it says that this one, that is salary of Jignesh. Are you starting foundation, ma'am? Priyanka, yes, we are starting starting the foundation batch, I guess, from 20th onwards, right? So 20th onwards we will be starting, and we will be having the this intro session also, I guess, on 16th or something, right? So we will be having an intro session also on 16th. Okay, so it will be at 12 only. Okay, chalo, let's check. So now you can see we have salary of Jignesh is less than salary of Kaushal and is more than salary of Abha. Right, so this is given here. So salary of Jignesh is less than that of Kaushal but more than Abha's. That means Kaushal, Jignesh and Abha have to be in this order, and this is to be true before the increment as well as after the increment. So before the increment you can see the values remaining are 12k, 15k and 18k. That means this Kaushal must be having 18k here, Jignesh must be the one who was having 15k here, and this Abha was the one with 12k. So this was the situation, and after the increment also it has to be the same stuff. So you can see this is 10k, 10k, 15k, 18k, this is 12k and this is 22k. Now it says that if the salary after increment for Abha is more than 15,000, so this value has to be more than 15,000 for Abha. Yahan par 15,000 se greater value should be there. So that means what should be added to this increment? As an increment, 3k cannot be added, because if this is 3k then this will be 15k. So either you can add a 6k here or a 5k here. So this can be either 6k or 5k. That means 12k plus 6k is 18k. Here 12k plus 5k can be 17k here. Okay. Now in the first case, now the values that are remaining to be placed in the increment side is 3k and what else? 3k is remaining and 5k is remaining. Now let's suppose if you add 5k in here, so what will happen? This will be 23k, but 23k will be greater than Varun, which is not possible. That means 5k cannot be here. So 5k will be for Jignesh in this particular case. So Jignesh will be 5k here. That means this will be 20k and this will be your 3k here, which was remaining. So 18 plus 3, that is 21k here. So this is okay, no issues at all. Sab kuch match kar raha hai, right? You can see that this k is greater than j is greater than a is true for salary before increment as well as after increment, right? So both are true in this situation. Is second wale case mein what will happen? Here you can see the values that are remaining to be placed are 3k and 6k. Now adding 6k to Kaushal is not possible, else he will be 24k in total, which is greater than Varun's 22k, so not possible. So here you will have to add 3k, here you will have to add 6k. 15 plus 6k is 21k, 18 plus 3k is also 21k. In this particular situation, Jignesh and Kaushal are having salaries equal to each other, which is not possible because this Kaushal has to be greater as compared to Jignesh. Here we are having same. So that means this case is invalid. The first case will be the valid one. So the question is, what is the salary of Kaushal after the increment? So Kaushal after the increment is 21k. So 21k would be the right answer here. Are we clear with this, guys? Please let me know if we have any doubts in here. Are we clear? ये समझ में आया कि नहीं? जल्दी से बताओ. Everybody clear? Okay. Chalo, we'll go to the next question. Next question on your screen. Let's have a look at this one. All those who are watching the session live on YT, guys, in case you have any doubts at all, please feel free to ask your doubts. I am there to help you out. Okay. Chalo, try this out. Let's see. I am giving you some 5 minutes here to go through this question and complete it. Okay, 5 to let's take 6 minutes here. Okay. So 6 minutes you have. Please try this out. You have to find the day and date of these people when they are having the conference, and also how many people are attending these conferences here. Okay. Chalo, try this out. So here when the month contains odd number of days, then the people attending the conference on any date has to be even. It is not that the total number of people has to be even. It is any date which will be there. Like let's suppose if we have odd number of people in January, matlab odd number of days in January, 31 days, right? So in January 10th and January 25th, both of them will be odd in value, right? So if we have April, which is 30 days, so April 10th and April 25th will have even number of people, right? So on any date it has to be even or odd. It is not the total number of people. Okay? Be careful with that. Chalo, try this out. Let's see. question? Okay, you can let me know what is the difference between, let's suppose, A and the conference which is on 25th of April. Okay, and if A is on 25th of April, that also you can let me know. A himself is on 25th of April. अच्छा ठीक है. Then tell me the difference between, let's suppose, 10th of April. 10th कर लेते हैं इसको, not 25th. Let's say 10th of April. What is the difference between A and 10th of April? 8. Acha chalo. So let's try it out, right? Let's see how this is to be done. So you can see the months that we have been given are January, March, April and May, and the dates are 10th and 25th. Okay, so let's try, let's draw this. So you can see you will be getting this kind of a structure for this one, that is January 10th, January 25th, March 10th, March 25th, April 10th, April 25th, and similarly for May also. Okay, and we know that out of this, January, March and May are the ones which are having odd number of days, and the ones with even number of days is only your April here, right? April is the only month which has even number of days here. Okay, so chalo, let me come back on the screen and let's try this question out. चलो इसको ट्राई करते हैं, राइट? लेट्स सी हाउ दिस इज टू बी डन. सो G's conference was attended by 25% and is at a gap of 3 from B's conference here. So G is 25, right? So G is 25 and he's at a gap of 3 from B, right? So B and G can be either of the two. मतलब ये जरूरी नहीं है that B has to be above or G has to be above. We will check that later, right? And G is 25, so that means he has to be in a month with odd number of days, that is either in January, March or May. Okay, now A and C are in consecutive months but not consecutive turns. Okay, number of persons who are attending D's conference. So you can see number of persons in D's conference has to be twice of the number of E. So D is equal to twice of E. So one thing is for sure that D is going to have even number of persons in his conference because it is a multiple of 2, right? So if it is a multiple of 2 here, that means definitely it will be an even value here, है ना? Even value आएगा. So that means D either has to be here or D either has to be here. So D can be either of the two, है ना? Now it says that D is twice of E. The persons whose conference was attended by 26 persons and had his turn at a gap of 4 from F. So you can see 26 has to be at a gap of 4 here. Okay, so 26 again has to be in a month with even number of days because it is given. No, that is the people, each conference is attended by some number of people. If the days are odd, then the number of people attending has to be even. अच्छा उल्टा कर दिया है. So it is even here. So you can see here D has to be even, right? So that means D has to be in a month with odd number of days, right? Reverse it is absolutely. So now you can see G25 is what? G has to be odd in here. So if G is odd, that means it will be in a month with even number of days. That means G definitely either has to be here. That is G25 can be here or G25 can be here. Now G and B are at a gap of 3. So 1, 2, 3. In this case, B will be here. In this case 1, 2, 3, B will be at this position. Okay, so either of the two situations. Now what do we have here? A and C should be in consecutive months but not consecutive turns. Okay, then number of persons who attended D has to be twice of E. The person whose conference is attended by 26 persons has to be at a gap of 4 from F. Okay, so F and 26 have to be at a gap of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have this one, right? We do not know whether F is before or 26 is before. We will try that later. Persons who are having 10 and 32 gave their lectures at a gap of 2 persons. So again you can see 10 and 32 are also at a gap of 2 lectures here. So we will use this later. Now it says C has 18 persons more than H. So C is equal to H plus 18. H conference which is on May 10th. So H has to be on May 10th. So definitely H is at this particular position here. So H has to be a odd, H is there in odd value. So you can see this will be even in here, right? So H is even, okay, because you can see H is coming in May. So that means this is having even number of persons, right? So even plus even is going to give us even only. So C also has to be in a month with even odd number of days. That is, C also will be in one of the months with 31 days here. So we will check that later. Okay. So now what do we have here? So HS conference, which was on May 10th. Okay, A and H together had 43 persons here. So A plus H has to be equal to 43. A plus D has 49. Okay, so A plus D is equal to 49 here. A and E has 43. So A and E has to be equal to 33 persons here. Now we know that D is equal to twice of E, isn't it? That we know here that D is equal to twice of E. So we can have, like here, instead of D we can write twice of E. So that means A plus 2E has to be how much? This has to be 49. Isn't it? You can solve it simultaneously. No, because D is equal to twice of E. So A plus 2E is equal to 49. So you subtracted, E should be equal to how much? 49 minus 33, that is equal to 16. So if E is equal to 16, you can see we can find the values here. E is equal to 16. So D has to be 16 into 2, which is equal to 32. Now A plus D is equal to 49. So this A will be how much? A will be equal to 49 minus 32 here. 32 minus kar do, so 17 we will have. So A has to be 17 in here. So if A is 17, that also should be in April. So here in this case A 17 will be here. In this case A 17 will be here. Either of the two. Okay. Now you have got your A. So H kitna aa jayega? H will be equal to 43 minus 17. How much is 43 minus 17? That is equal to 6 here. And 3 minus 1, 26. So H will be equal to 26 here. C kitna aayega? C is going to be H plus 18. So 26 plus 18, that is equal to 44 here. So C will be the one who is having 44 persons here. Okay. So we have something like this. I hope we are able to understand this, guys. Right. So you can see that we have found this kind of an information. H is how much? H we have got is 26. So here you can see H is coming as 26 here. So either of the two situations we are having. Now what do we have? A and E has 33 persons. E was not the last to attend the conference. One conference was attended by 18 persons. So chalo, let's try. Let's now try to place the remaining people also. So we know that F and 26 has to be at a gap of 4 people. And 26 was H, that we have already found. So H is here in this case. So 1, 2, 3, 4. F will be at this position here. We do not know what is the value of F right now. We will place that later. Here in this case you can see H is here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. F cannot be placed because B is already here. That means this will be the right situation that we will be having in here. Okay. Now what do we know here? G has to be 25 at a gap of 3 from B. So G 25 at a gap of 3 from B. Kahan par aayega? 25 is here. B is already here. So that is done. 10 and 32 have to be at a gap of 2. And we know 32 was D. Isn't it? 32 kiska hai? D ka hai. So 10 and 32 have to be at a gap of 2. So where should we have that? You can see the only possibility will be January 10 and March 25th. Isn't it? So that means this will be the one who is going to be 10 here, right? B will be the one with 10 and 1, 2. This will be 32 here. So this is your D here, right? So D will be at this particular position here. Now we know E is not the last person to attend the series. So E will be here. So if E is here, you can see whoever is remaining, that is C. So C will be here. And also A and C were in consecutive months. So you can see April and May, A and C are consecutive in nature. So that is done here. Okay. So now we need to just place whatever is the remaining value. E was having 16 persons in here. And F is how much? F ke baare mein abhi nahi pata hai. And one of them is having 18 persons in here. And how do we calculate C here? Do we have an information? Yes, C is already 44, isn't it? So C already was 44 here. So this is 44 here. So that means F will be the one with 18 persons here. So my question was about A and 10th of April. So A and 10th of April, you can see that's your 8. Absolutely. So 8 will be the difference between the two. Are we clear with this question, guys? Please let me know if we have any doubts in here. Everybody clear? Anyone, any doubts at all? Please let me know. Clear? Right? So you can see here that if you are able to find the values here, then the question becomes very, very simple, right? Then it can be placed easily. So here you can see you had to work on the values here. Chalo, let's try this out. Let's see. Again, you can see something on reverse syllogism. So let's try to place this here. Please try. Option number 2. Chalo, Priyanka says option number 2. Anybody else? Subbalakshmi also option number 2. Dekho, here you can see this is what? This is sum not, so this is negative in here, this is universal negative in here. So one of them is particular negative, another is universal negative. We know to have a no, either there should be a no or a only in the statement. Ya to no hona chahiye ya fir only hona chahiye in the statement. First one, you can see we have everything positive, all and all. So this can never be the right answer because it does not have a no or only. Second में no है, third में no है, fourth में no है, fifth में भी no है. So we can have these situations here. Now in the first one we have no dog is a horse. Let's draw this. Let's suppose no dog is a horse. Let's say this is dog, this is horse. No dog is a horse. Some horses are cows. Some horses are cows will be like this. All camels are horses. Okay, all camels are horses will be like this. So this is the diagram. First one, some cows are not dogs. Some cows are not dogs. Absolutely, you can see this portion of cow which is common with horse can never be a part of dog because dog can never be a part of horse. So this is true. No dog is a camel. Absolutely, dog cannot go inside horse here. Hence, it cannot reach camel. So that means this is also true here. So that means second is the one which is going to follow this particular conclusion. In the second one, both the conclusions will be definitely true. है ना? इसका आंसर क्या आएगा? It will be 2 here. Absolutely great work, guys. Good job. Chalo, next question very quickly on your screen. Here you have to tell me that out of these options, which of the following should be added as the fourth statement so that these two conclusions become definitely true. Okay, this is another type of question of Silox, that is which of the following is necessary to be added, right? It should be added to the statements here, given statements, so that these two conclusions become definitely true. Chalo, try this out. Let's see. Option number D. Chalo, option number D. D. Let's check. So first let's make this 29%, that is sum. So some mazes are herbs. So we can see this is maize, this is herb, some mazes are herb. 91% of the herbs are pear. So 91% of the herbs are pear, again some herbs are pear. 100% ponies are mazes, right? This was pear here. Okay. Now 100% ponies are mazes, that means all ponies are mazes. So this is your ponies here. Okay. Something like this you will be getting. Okay. Now the conclusion is some ponies are water. So you can see water is a new variable which was not present in the statement. So from where will this come? This will come from the fourth statement that we need to add in here. Hai na? So some ponies are water. That means this pony should have a definite interaction with water. Okay. And all water being herbs is a possibility. That means there should not be any negative information from water to this herb here. So let's suppose the first one, 25% of water is pear. Now if 25% of water is pear, that means water is at this position, and you definitely do not have a information between water and ponies here, isn't it? So this cannot be the right answer. You miss Silogs in exam so bad. Yes, even that happens with me also. So if in examination Silogs is not a part of it, I even miss that. Right? It's a very simple topic. 40% of herbs are water. 40% of herbs are water again does not ensure that water have a definite information with pony. So this also cannot help us out. 100% of water is maize. 100% of water is maize. That means you can see water is here. Let's suppose 100% water is maize. Again, this does not ensure that water will interact with pony here. So that means this is also not helping us out. Fourth one says 100% ponies are water. Now when we have 100% ponies are water, that means we will have water at this position. Let's suppose this is your water at this position. So 100% water, 100% ponies are water means all ponies are water. So that means when we add this particular statement as the fourth statement, some ponies are water, that is also true, and all water being herb is a possibility, that also becomes true. So it has to be option number D. Okay, 100% water is herb, so 100% water is herb would make water here. So that also does not necessarily mean that pony and water will interact with each other, so that is why that won't be true here. So the answer to this question has to be option number D, है ना. तो आंसर क्या आएगा? It will be option number D. Absolutely great work. Chalo, let's try this out. Let's see how this one is to be done here. So there are 6 friends: Ram, Ravi, Renu, Ramya, Rani and Rajesh. Be careful with the same alphabet. They are starting with the same alphabet, so please be careful. So once you complete, you can just let me know about Ford. Who is buying Ford? What color? What is the place for that particular person? Coimbatore, Ravi. And the color? Blue. Chalo, so let's check, right? Let's see how this is to be done. Dekho, there are 6 friends who are having different cars. Each is driving a color which is having a different color, and they bought it from different cities also. Okay, so let's check. Let's see how this is to be done. So Ram bought Fiat car in Bangalore. Okay, so Subhalakshmi also same. Okay, so Ram is buying the Fiat car in Bangalore here. Okay, so let's write it down. Whatever is a fixed information, we will first make a note of that. Okay, now it says Ramya bought black colored car. So Ramya is buying the black colored car here. Okay, so this is black here, and black colored car in Chennai. So she is buying the car in Chennai. So this is Chennai here. Hyundai car was blue in color. So Hyundai, okay, sorry, green in color. So Hyundai is green in color and was bought in Jaipur here. So you can see we can have Ravi, Renu, Rani or Rajesh for this Hyundai. We will place that later. Then we have Renu either bought Audi or BMW. So Renu is there who is buying either Audi or BMW. Okay, so that is the situation. Ford car was bought in Coimbatore. So Ford has to be bought in Coimbatore here. So we do not know who is buying that Ford, but this has to be bought in Coimbatore here. Rani buys BMW or Hyundai. So Rani has to buy BMW or Hyundai here, right? So that is the situation. Now the red car was bought in Indore. Okay, so red has to be bought in Indore. So red and Indore has to come together. The one who bought the car in Bangalore is not blue in color. So Bangalore, this Ram should not have the blue car here because he is buying the car in Bangalore. So Ram should not buy the blue car. Okay. Now Rani bought brown colored car. So Rani is buying the brown colored car. So brown will be here. Neither Rani nor Rajesh is buying Ford. So Rajesh cannot buy Ford and Rani cannot buy Ford here, right? So these two people are not buying Ford. So Ford has to be bought in Coimbatore. So Ford Coimbatore kidhar aayega? That can be possible only for Ravi. So you can see this person will be buying Ford in Coimbatore here, right? So that will be a fixed information here now. Okay. Now you can see we need to place your Hyundai green and Jaipur. किधर आएगा Hyundai green and Jaipur? Rani cannot be Hyundai because she is buying the brown colored car here. So definitely she bought the BMW here. So if she is buying the BMW, Renu cannot buy the BMW, so she will be buying the Audi here. So now Hyundai किधर आ जाएगा? You can see this will be Hyundai green and Jaipur. So this will come here. So this is your Hyundai. Okay, green and Jaipur. So this is Jaipur here. And this is green in here. ठीक है, this is done. Now you can see there is only one car remaining. कौन सा car बच रहा है यहाँ पर? Honda is remaining, isn't it? So Ramya will be buying the Honda. Okay. Now we are left with two cities also. अच्छा, यहाँ पर Red और Indore भी बच रहा है, isn't it? So Red and Indore has to be placed. So you can see this will be Red and Indore like this. ठीक है. And we know that Ram is not buying blue car, so this will be blue here in this situation, and whatever color is remaining will be here. तो कौन सा city बच रहा है guys? Which is the city remaining here? You can see that's Delhi. So Rani will be purchasing the car in Delhi. And what is the color remaining here? White, isn't it? So that means Fiat is white in color. So this will be the final answer that you should be getting in here. Are we clear with this guys? Please let me know if we have any doubts in here. Everybody clear with this? Any doubts anyone? Please let me know. किसी को कोई डाउट हो प्लीज बताओ. Clear? Got the same answer? Absolutely great. चलो last question for the day. Very quickly you can let me know what will be the answer here. You have to tell me what will be the code for this particular word, which is RANTED. चलो ऑप्शन नंबर बी. चलो ऑप्शन नंबर बी. Let's check, right? Let's see. If the first and last is consonant, is it? Yes, you can see first and last is consonant. Then the code for the first letter. So both are coded as R here. So that means what is R? So that is your 2. So this also is 2. This also is 2. So both are 2 here. So either it can be option number B or it can be none of these. Okay. So when you have none of these, please don't go for option elimination because the answer actually can be none of these also. Let's check. Second says if the first is a consonant and last is vowel, no. If first is a vowel, no. If the first and last are vowel, no. So that means only first is being fulfilled here. So rest everything has to be taken directly from the table. So A is 3, N is what? N is this symbol. What is T here? T is 9. What is E here? E is going to be 7, right? So this will be the answer that you will be getting. So 2, 3, symbol 9, 7, 2, option number B. So B will be the right answer here. Are we clear with this, everyone? Clear? Okay. So these type of questions you can come across in your RBI Assistant Mains, right? We have already seen a good level of questions in your prelims also. So we can expect good questions in your mains as well, है ना? So absolutely in this particular batch, we will be covering everything in detail, right? That is whatever is expected in the mains examination, we will be discussing whatever topics we have in this batch, right? So chalo, if you want to check out this batch, already all the information is available in here, and if you already had the access to the selection batch, you will be having the access to this mains batch as well. But all those who want to purchase this mains level batch, you can check out the details that are already there on the website. है ना. So चलो, thank you so much guys. I hope you enjoyed today's session. In case you have any doubts at all, feel free to connect with me. I'll be happy to help you out with it. So chalo, we'll see you again with another session tomorrow. So please take care, stay safe, have a great day. We'll see you soon. Thank you.